Okay, so this is going to be my sample. We're just going to work a small sample of it in blue. Again, I've worked it flat and I have followed the pattern. So I worked 3 rows of single crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3 rows of single crochets and then a row of half double crochets. This is the same as in the pattern. So here's the actual mitt, except for it's worked in the round. So you've got your 1, 2, 3 rows of single crochet, and then here's your row of half double crochets. And then you start, so you're actually, when you work in the mitt, you work from the tip of it, and then you work your way down working these cables. So I've got my base to work with. So this would actually be starting on row 5 is where we would be. Now at the beginning of my rows, I like to just chain 1, even though we're working half double crochet rows. I chain 1 and then I just kind of leave that a little bit loose. I think it just creates a cleaner side edge versus chaining 2. So again, that's kind of personal preference. Again, I just chain 1 and then kind of pull it up to whatever height I need. I also chain 1 when I'm working double crochets. So it's, again, just personal preference. So for row 5, you're going to begin with your chain 1, and then you're going to front post double crochet. Okay, you know what? Okay, so you're going to turn, you're going to front post double crochet around that first stitch. When I did my foundation, I didn't account for that. So when you're working around the post, you're going to grab, this is the stitch from the row below. So this is the last stitch you worked, and you're going to work around that post. So traditionally, you just go in right here and grab that top of the stitch. So to get the post, you're going to yarn over, because we're double crocheting. You're going to go behind the stitch and then through the post. So you're not going to come up where you typically would. You're actually going to go around the post of the stitch. The first row, I will say, is the most difficult to try and find where to place your stitches. But it's not too bad. You just got to be patient and you'll get it. Follow the pattern just as it says. So you're going to do that 2 times. So then you're going to go around the post of the next stitch. So you're just going to insert your hook here and then go around that post. That's what you're going to work around, okay? But we're doing a double crochet. So yarn over, insert around the post. This is a front post, so you're pulling that post to the front of your work. And then double crochet. Okay, and then you're going to half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So to find where you're supposed to go, like what stitch you're supposed to go into, if you just pull this forward, and you can kind of see the tops of your stitches. That first one makes it a little bit tricky. So there's the top of your first stitch right here. You can kind of see that V right there. And there is the top of your second stitch. This color isn't showing up very well in this video. Okay, so there's your first stitch, your second stitch. Here's the third stitch. This is where you're going to go in for your half double crochet, okay, right here. So then you're going to do 2 half double crochets. 1, 2, and then you're going to work 2 more front post double crochets. So this is your, to know which double crochet to go around, or what post, you're going to skip these 2 that you just worked into right here, and you're going to go into the post of this, around the post of that stitch. So yarn over into the post, and then the next stitch, so yarn over, pull that post stitch forward, complete your double crochet, turn this, and if you can see it, I gotta find a better color of yarn. So here's the top of the first stitch, top of the second stitch, so you're going to go into this stitch right here, okay? And once you do this a few times, it's easier to spot which stitch to go into. So see, I grabbed the wrong one there. Okay, whoops, half double crochet in the next 2. And it's really only this first row when you're working this simple cable here that you need to pay really close attention to that. So then there's the first stitch, or first half double crochet, second half double crochet. Then you're going to go around the post of this next one. So yarn over, go around that post. 1. You're going to do that 2 times, and then you're going to do 2 half double crochets. Okay, so then again, flip that over. There's your first one, your second one, and here's your third one that you're going to work into. Half double crochet, half double crochet. And my error, I did not calculate that I began with. Okay, well, we're just going to do this. Then you're going to work a post stitch around the last 2 stitches to end your row. So I'm not sure if you can see already. You can kind of tell that the post stitches are raised. So there's 2, and then 2 regular half double crochets, 2 post, 2 regular, 2 raised, 2 regular, and then the 2 raised post stitches. Okay, so that's your first row. That's the most important one to get correct. Your next row is going to be a very easy row. You're just going to chain 1, turn, and you're just going to half double crochet all the way around, or in this case, across the top of your row. So just quickly get this done here. This, by working cables this way, so some patterns they'll be working back post stitches on this return row. I prefer to do a half double crochet row. It keeps the back side of the cables more flat. So for garments or anything like that, it's more comfortable, and it doesn't twist and pull the fabric of the crochet piece nearly as much. So, okay, so we're going to go into that last stitch. We're done. Chain 1, and we're going to turn it. Now we're going to work this next row of the cables. So for the cables today, let me look at my pattern really quick to look. So we would be on row 7. So what we're going to do now, instead of working double crochets to create the post stitches, we're going to work treble crochets, because we're going to be skipping over the row we just worked, over row 6, and going into row 5. So you're going to skip this first post stitch that we made down here, and you're going to go into the next one. So you're going to treble crochet, so yarn over twice, and then go through that post. And this one's pretty easy because it's already standing up because it was a post stitch in the prior row. So yarn over twice through that post stitch, and then complete your treble crochet. Okay. Now to create the twist, we're going to go into the skipped stitch. So here's that first front post up half double crochet we worked in row 5, and we're going to go into that one. So yarn over 2 times because we're doing a treble crochet, and then come down and just grab that post and work your treble crochet all the way up. So if you can see, that's twisted in there. Again, I thought this color would show up really nice on the camera, and it doesn't. So I will make sure I have a better color of yarn when I do tomorrow's video. So again, you can turn over to see which stitch to work in. Since you worked 2 post stitches, you're going to skip 2. So there's 1, 2. You're going to work into this 3rd stitch right here. You're going to do 2 half double crochets. So there's 1, 2, and now we're going to do the post stitch again. So again, we're going to skip the last row and go into the post stitches of this row right here. So here's the first post stitch, and here's the second post stitch. We're going to go into that second one. So yarn over twice for the treble crochet around that post. Whoops, finish your treble crochet. Yarn over twice, and then you're going to go crossing over this post. You're going to go into the first post stitch, and then just complete your treble crochet. Again, just slide that forward. There's your first stitch, second stitch. You're going to go into this 3rd stitch right here. Now you're going to do the 2 half double crochets between the cables. 1, 2, and now for your next cable, here's your 2 post stitches from that row below. You're going to skip the first one, go into that second one. So yarn over twice, grab that cable, complete your treble crochet, yarn over twice, cross over and grab that front post, the skipped one, and complete the treble crochet. 1, 2, here's your 3rd one you're going to go into, half double crochet. Whoops. 1, 2, and we have 1 more to finish the row off. So on the last one, here's the first one, there's the second one, grab that post. It's the last one, so it might be a little more tricky to get, but again, you're going to be working in the rounds. So at the end of your round, you're going to just join and turn. Okay, so you can kind of start seeing that twist in there. So for your next row, you're going to just work half double crochets. So this would be row 8. I'm going to work one more row for you guys to see this. So this row is just half double crochets all the way around. Whoops. Oh, sorry, I just hit my phone. Oh, goodness, don't mean to make you guys sick here. So cables, like I said, I was intimidated when I first started working cables. Start easy. This is a great, easy project, and then you can work your way up. So work this one today. Post your progress photos if you'd like. I'd love to see them. And then tomorrow we'll switch it up just a little bit with the cables. And hopefully by the end of the week, you guys will be more comfortable with them. Okay, so I just finished row 8. So then you'll notice row 9 says to repeat row 7 and 8. So we're going to repeat that cable row. And that's another reason this one is so easy, is because every row is going to be the same. So you chain 1, pull it up a little bit so it's loose. You're going to treble crochet into the second cable. So it's twisted. So this is your first one. It's kind of underneath, and then the top one. So you're going to go into the top cable, treble crochet around that post, yarn over twice, and then you're going to come back and you're going to get that cable that's underneath and just grab the post of it and complete the treble crochet. Okay, and then again, flip that forward. There's your first stitch, your second stitch, and there's the third one that you're going to go into. So half double crochet, half double crochet, and then for the post of the next one, you're going to skip that first one that's kind of hidden underneath there and grab that second post. So yarn over twice, go around the post. You'll notice those posts get easier and easier to grab because they're laying on top of the main crochet fabric. So yarn over twice, and this one you're going to have to kind of grab from below to pull it up. Flip forward, there's your first stitch, second stitch, go into your third one. Half double crochet, and again, the reason I'm skipping those 2 stitches is because I'm working 2 on top with the cables. So yarn over twice, grab that second cable, complete your treble crochet. So that's 1 stitch in your cable. Yarn over twice, grab that the skipped post stitch and grab that one and treble crochet. So again, there's 2 stitches in that cable. There's 1, 2, which is why when I turn this over, I'm skipping 2 stitches. So skip 1, skip 2, go into the third, because I worked 2 stitches here. Half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. And 1 more cable, so yarn over twice, skip the first cable from below, grab that second one. Whoops, I hit the camera again. Sorry guys. It's throwing me off. Yarn over twice and grab that buried cable. Okay, and chain 1, and then you'll do a repeat row back with half double crochets, and you're just going to follow this pattern up here. So hopefully you guys can see those cables in there. It's just 2 stitches that just kind of twist around each other all the way up. So when you're done, you will have, like I say, they just work their way down. It's just twisting all the way down. So hopefully that helps you guys. I just don't want anybody to be intimidated by the cables, because it's such a beautiful way to add texture to your crochet pieces. And sometimes they can be a little intimidating, but the more you work with them, the more you're going to fall in love with them. So